This year, cinemas have just been hit really bad by the worldwide pandemic, and to be honest with you, it's got a lot of people pissed off. It got me pissed off because I normally go to the cinema twice a week, and I haven't been able to go since late February, which, again, there's a few films out which I can watch via video on demand or whatever, but the majority of the ones I wanted to see are no longer there, because obviously they've been delayed. And obviously Tenet was released a couple of weeks ago really in the UK, a couple of days ago in the States, and it's just sad to see that they think that people are going to be going to the theatres to watch these films at this moment in time. They're not. People are not going to be going to watch films because, again, it's some places they say that they're doing, we got social distancing rules, masks, this, that and the other, hand sanitizer, people are, you sit here, you sit there, and supposedly it's all hunky-dory. Well, there's been photos and videos of cinemas here in the UK and some in the States that have recently reopened, and there's some where people are just sitting normal. They're just sitting like it's just nothing's happened. And that's kind of sad. It's kind of scary as well, especially if you go with people who are more prone to getting ill. And if you got someone at home who may be ill, you could be taking back something to them and so forth. And delaying films until next year seemed the reasonable thing to do. But now it seems like two films which I would have seen by now as well, they're still thinking of delaying them until next year. They pushed back these release dates for a couple of months this year, but are they really going to make big box office numbers? I don't think they will. To be honest with you, I think Disney, with the one where we're going to look at for Black Widow, it wouldn't surprise me if they just released that straight to Disney Plus like they did with Mulan. But what we're going to look at first is Wonder Woman 1984. This was supposed to come out in June, and I was absolutely stoked for it because I love Wonder Woman. The first one is absolutely incredible. It's so much fun, and when I saw yes, here we go, in 84 as well, it's going to be based in the 80s, the soundtrack's going to be amazing, the look is going to be awesome, but then it got delayed. And now they're saying now that it could be delayed again. So this coming from Cinema Blend, is Wonder Woman 84 being delayed yet again? Movie delays, yeah, we've seen all of this, commonplace. Take Wonder Woman 84, which if 2020 had unfolded without anything going on, would have come out in theatres in June and likely be close to hitting home media now, which it would have. November time it would have been coming out. Instead, not only are we still weeks away from the sequel arriving, there's word that it might be delayed again. It just sucks, man, I'm telling you. At this time of writing, the plan is for Wonder Woman to come out on October the 2nd. However, according to Deadline, due to movie theatres in New York, LA and San Francisco still not being open, Warner Brothers is contemplating bumping Wonder Woman 84 to either November or late December. It's not going to work. I mean, even if they delay it again to November or December, so delay it one more month, we'll delay it another 2 months, it's not going to bring in the money that they wished it was. Wonder Woman, the first one, made just under 900 million, or just over 900 million. And that was astonishing because a lot of people didn't think Wonder Woman would bring in that kind of money. It did because it's a fantastic film. This would have made roughly the same or even more. It could have been even pushed over to $1 billion because everyone loves Gal's Wonder Woman. It's not going to make the money that they want. So to be honest with you, it would be best if they just delayed it until next year. Now what we're going to take a look at, like I said, is Black Widow. And again, I can see Disney just pushing this to Disney Plus because, well, Disney don't exactly need the money, do they? And in my eyes, which are a lot of people's eyes as well, is that Black Widow is 5, maybe 6 years too late. This should have come out years ago. It should have been the first female superhero movie to have its own standalone movie because it was just... Everyone loved Scarlett Johansson as soon as they laid eyes on her in Iron Man 2 in 2010. Everyone loved her, and they were like, yes, that's Black Widow. Then obviously Avengers in 2012, Then obviously in Winter Soldier, Civil War, little bits Iron Man 3, little tidbits popping up here and there. Everyone loved her. Then Civil War, obviously in 2016. This should have been out around that time. We got this covered. 6 months of virtual inactivity. There are finally signs of life at the box office after Christopher Nolan's Tenet raced to almost $150 million globally in less than 2 weeks. That's still not going to make as much money as it could have. $150 million on a $200 million budget. At this moment in time, they're like, oh, it's doing great. But that is still classed as a flop. It needs to make 200, 400, because you always double a budget for promotion. So it would have been 400. Then you got to add another 100 to 200 million on top of that for them to be able to make even. So you're looking at 600 million just to make a little bit of profit. Currently they're on 150 million. It's not going to work that well. But again, no, for some unknown reason, Chris Nolan and Warner Brothers were like, no, we have to get this out there. We have to get it out there. It's not going to work. It's no way is it going to break 300 million, I don't think, at the box office. It's going to be the first big budget, successful flop. That's the only way I can see this happening now. They're not going to do anything about it. They go, oh, well, it still made this much money in the pandemic. It's great, that is. No, it's not. So, obviously, the rest of Hollywood are getting cold feet. Many studios are removing their major products from the calendar and sending them to 2021 instead. The next blockbuster scheduled for a wide release is Wonder Woman 84 on the first weekend of October, and it'll be interesting to see how it fares, unless, of course, Warner Bros. Change their mind again, which we've already seen. Then, 5 weeks after that, we have Black Widow, which is meant to hit theatres then. Again, they're saying that Disney could be waiting to see how Mulan does as a streaming exclusive before deciding whether or not to give Natasha Romanoff's solo outing a similar treatment. To be honest with you, if that did go to Disney on demand, I wouldn't be paying the £22 or £30 price that they got on it. Mulan is currently £25 or £22 here in the UK. I'm not paying that. Because you got to pay that, and then you got to pay your subscription on top of that. So you literally have to be a subscribed to Disney Plus for £6 a month, but then you got to have to fork out another 20 odd quid on top of that. No, it's not right. Again, it's like, right, okay, you know what, but it's meant to be in the cinema. You wouldn't have seen it otherwise. It wouldn't have cost me £27 to £30 to go and see the film in the theatre. Go on a Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday here in the UK in Odeon, well, my local Odeon anyway, and it's £5 or £6 a film. Get a drink, couple of snacks, I'm looking at maybe £12, maybe £15 max. That's 15 quid cheaper than what they say that we could do it for. So that's why I don't think it's going to work that well. But if Black Widow does go to on demand, I'll probably wait for it to come out, and there may be other ways to watch it. I'm not saying it's the correct way, but that's how people will do it. That's how people have been watching Mulan as well. But we'll just have to wait and see now, because we've still got supposedly that the MCU TV series are coming out this year. Again, don't know if they're going to get delayed or not, but supposedly Disney are adamant that it's going to be this year. So we'll see how they fare and see how Black Widow goes. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see each and every one of you soon.